YouTube, what's up guys? Hey, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's having a great day. TRD, we're gonna be doing some TRD parts today. I'm excited. Some news, first and foremost, that yellow, the solar yellow kit was sold. I had it for like 15 hours and it sold. Went to a local guy here who had a 2003 solar yellow already, GTS 6-speed manual, and he'd been looking for a TRD kit forever. And it sold immediately. So he came out and picked it up. He got the wing, rear lip, side skirts, and rear bumper, and then the third brake light cover. So he took all that, sold immediately. So what I have remaining is gonna be authentic TRD rear bumper extension, which looks amazing, which will be being primered right now. One full set of TRD side skirt extensions, authentic, will be primered. Just one driver side authentic TRD, so I'll have to look for another one, or if anyone wants that one. And then I think a couple other goodies, but one of the goodies that I have that I didn't share on the last one is I got an authentic, very, very hard to find, and I was kind of hinting at it, TRD exhaust. This thing is absolutely filthy, so I'm gonna put some gloves on, we're gonna shine this up, polish it, and we're gonna install it today. That's what we're gonna do. It was so rusted though, like right here, that the actual bolt broke when I was removing it, like broke off. So just, I mean, we'll see how good a condition I can get it into. It's gonna be a ton of elbow grease. Interesting enough though, on my Tsunami Celica here, if we come underneath here, I have the car already up on jack stands, lifted. I was wondering what kind of, because I wanted to lube the exhaust so I can get those bolts off. I was wondering what kind of exhaust is on here. Look what it is. It's a MagnaFlow. No way. So I'm gonna end up polishing this thing and putting it for sale, and it'll be really discounted. So it'll be on MITCHDORE.com. I'll ship this anywhere, and I'll polish it up, and you guys will see on the videos. It'll look nice. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. So this actually has a MagnaFlow exhaust on it. So I knew it didn't sound bad. It actually sounded pretty good. This car does have a two resonators, I think, on it, and a Cadillac converter, which will be all removed because that'll be a 3-inch straight pipe into my new TRD exhaust, which I will run, and I'll have a custom 3-inch exhaust made for the turbo, and I'll do it in either titanium or stainless steel. We'll see what we do. But yeah, MagnaFlow exhaust, interesting. So let's go ahead. First and foremost, we're gonna polish up the TRD exhaust. All right, the first thing we're gonna do, let's just hose it down. Let's just get it wet and spray, because there's debris all over it. So let's just go ahead and get some water on it and just get all this water, get the car or the exhaust all cleaned up. So we'll do this, so let's hose it all down first. Okay, so as I start to do this, let's get me out of the shadow. Maybe I can get you guys a better angle. Let's try that. We're gonna try, how about that? Okay, so first thing I did is I got it wet. So we got kind of a wire brush. That stuff's really gritty. I'm not gonna wanna use that on the tip. I'm gonna wanna use some steel wool on that. So I'm gonna get this whole thing wet. And we'll just start on the actual canister, and then over to the right I got a thing called Barkeeper's Friend. It's like a paste. It's not a paste, it's a powder, but it's like toothpaste. It's the same thing. And then what you do is you just put it on here, and you can get it on the wire brush itself. But you want a little bit of water with it, and then you're just gonna go, and it doesn't take too long. I do recommend using gloves for this one, but you're just gonna go in a circle like this, and you'll just, this will probably take me 1 hour to get it in decent condition, but it'll look amazing. Okay, so that's looking really shiny already, way, way, way better. Let's go ahead and do this hanger. The hanger's pretty dirty. I cut the rubber mount, so we don't need that anymore, so I already have ones on my car. So let's go ahead and use a razor blade to remove that, and then we'll clean up that hanger. Okay, so it's starting to look shiny. Unfortunately, there is a dent underneath the bottom of this, which it is what it is. There's a dent there. It is still a TRD. It was really, really rusty, so I had these bolts were like just rusted onto this. Look at this. This is a flange at one point. It's like the Titanic, dude. This is all falling apart. But the exhaust is still good. So what we're gonna do now is just keep on polishing through this. I use my sledgehammer, I broke that off, and then I use a 14 millimeter to break that off. We're good with the rest of it. I got one more bolt that I gotta take off over here that again was rusted. And then once I get that off, it'll all be polished up. We're making our progress. It will be awesome when it's done. So let's just keep on going after it. Okay, I am probably an hour into this, just on the canister. It is exhausting work. Make sure you have some kind of energy drink or something, some kind of caffeine, because it's going to take you forever. But you do get good results. So let's go ahead and we'll see some of this once we get all this off. It's starting to look amazing. So we got a pretty good job on the canister. We'll go ahead and rinse the rest of it off. Now there's a couple parts that I should probably use an orbital or a drill with a wire brush connected to it to really get the rest of the rust off. But overall, the existing outside of it looks really good. Really, really good. So let's go ahead and grab and move on to the exhaust tip area. We'll do the tip on a separate setup. So here is the current tip. I wrapped it in a microfiber from my website because I don't want to scratch it on the concrete. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing, bar keepers and a wire brush. It's going to take me probably 30 minutes, but it'll be worth it because I will run this when it's turboed. But just look at this, the MagnaFlow. And then and kind of look how the Celica looks right now, and then watch how shiny it is when I install the new one after about an hour or hour and a half of work. Okay, I just finished polishing. I don't want to show you guys the surprise yet. It looks amazing. So well, I'll show you in a split second here. Let's go ahead and pull off this exhaust. It's probably 214 millimeters, and then we'll lube up the hangers. Okay, so it's off. I got the original one off. Let's come over here. Here is the MagnaFlow, well not original, but the one that the car came with. MagnaFlow exhaust, which I will polish and I'll have it for sale. But I want all that hard work. Dang! So there's the TRD exhaust after I polished it. Again, just 2 hours, solid, hard polishing. Not for the faint of heart. It is a lot of work, but it's an authentic TRD exhaust. It really, really needed it. It says TRD right there. So let's go ahead and bolt this up and get a start on the car and put this TRD exhaust on, and that's what we're doing today, installing it. Just a ton of work. Okay, so we got a new gasket, and then we got some hardware, used hardware from one of my other cars. And then what we're gonna do is do this part right here. So from the exhaust canister into the tip, we'll go ahead and put a new gasket since the other one was rusted out, and then we'll do some new bolts. All right, guys, we did it. So I installed it. TRD exhaust installed on a Tsunami Celica. Authentic, original TRD. It's pretty awesome. Look at that shiniest thing down here. So much work. So it looks all better, right? That's what I said. I was going to show you guys, you know, look at the before and then the after. This is sexy. Very clean. I did 14 millimeters on these ones that I had, like I said, with that new gasket. And then you slide to install this. Very easy. Besides the cleaning part, you could do an exhaust. If the bolts come off and they're not rusted, you could probably do it in like 30 minutes. It's the Celica's pretty easy. Hanger here. There are a tool that you can use to push the hangers out, or you can put a flathead screwdriver all the way through it and then wedge it out, which is what I really do. It's easy. Cover it in WD-40. It pops right off. There's one over there, and then there's the one over by the exhaust where it connects into the mid pipe, which runs down there. So we're all good. That's perfect. Again, down there, I actually used larger 17 millimeter bolts that made it up into that mid pipe, the OEM mid pipe. It should fit perfectly since this is a Toyota product, which it does. And then you can actually, I think that this looks so much better than the MagnaFlow. Way better. The MagnaFlow will be for sale. I'll clean it up. It'll be dirt cheap. It'll be on my website. Pretty much just make you pay for like $100 for it, or for the shipping or whatever. So if someone wants it, I'll clean it up. But I got an authentic TRD. We will be running this authentic TRD with the turbo kit, like I said, and I might end up going and bypassing the exhaust and then going straight, but I won't. I don't think I will. I think I'll go from a 3-inch for the mid pipe into a 2.5 out the TRD exhaust. But yeah, so of course, let's go ahead and start the car. And I'll lower the car and then start the car, and then the next video we'll go do some flybys. Easy peasy. All right, so it's all buttoned up. We're gonna put a TRD exhaust. We've put it on, now let's start it. So TRD exhaust on a Tsunami Celica. So So I think it sounds better. I think it sounds way beefier. Sounds pretty good, really good. That MagnaFlow wasn't bad. I just had no idea what it was. And I really like that the TRD exhaust extends out to the proper length for this. But it actually sounded really, really good. So I think it sounds really good. So what we're gonna do is go get some flybys. Let's come back for next video. But man, this is a lot of work. Make sure to swing by MITCHDORE.com. Grab a TRD badge. Grab a microfiber. But man, we got a TRD exhaust on a Tsunami Celica GTS. How awesome is that? Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.